Hello, everybody. Very good evening. Sorry to make you wait, guys. I'm here now. We are going to start this particular session. The wait is over. I have been observing that people are saying that when it will start, so it's started now. All right. There was some problem, so we were just fixing it. Now we are going to start right away. So, first of all, very good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us, and thank you for figuring out your time and spending with us. I'm gonna make sure that this session is gonna be one of the fruitful and useful and the most valuable session for you. All right. So yes. So before I start, let me check some few things like can you see me or hear me well? If yes, just give me a thumbs up in the chat section so that I can get an approval from you all and I can just start right away. All right. So just guys give me a thumbs up if you have already joined in, if you're watching me, if you can see me or hear me well so that I can just start this particular webinar so that we can have this amazing session and can solve a lot of questions and a lot of queries. So I've started getting thumbs up from Vivesh, Pratik, and Srisha, and a lot of others. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for giving me this approval that yes. So let's just start this particular session. And sorry once again for starting a bit late. All right. So I just wanted to understand from all of you guys, just because you guys are interacting. So it's my responsibility to understand what sort of audience we have in this particular webinar. So can you guys just tell me in the comment section and let me know that what exactly your age is right now and what is where the from which place you are in so that I can get to understand the demographics that in that way itself I will just move this particular session so that it should match your expectations. All right. So I'm just waiting that. Can you guys tell me that from which cities and which what age you guys are in to have a better understanding about you all? Shiv Sanskari is telling me when will you start? I have already started, brother. Sai 25. I am from Hyderabad. Arpit Tiwari is 23, and I'm from Kanpur 25. All right. All the young blood is here. That's great. Some people are 38 as well. You're most welcome. Arpit Tiwari working in HCL as a Java developer. That's great, Arpit. Mayank. Okay, great, great. So I can see that the all over the India. Vibesh Singh from Gorakhpur. Hi, Vibesh. Even my grandparents lives there. All right, and so all over the India, like I can see the people are here. Okay, that's great. Then let's get started. And I'll be telling you what exactly you're going to get in this particular session, what exactly you're going to learn in this particular session. All right, so everything. So I got a better understanding. Fine. Let me introduce about myself, guys. That who am I? I am Amir Akhtar, and I'm a career consultant. I have personally helped more than 237 plus people to find out IT jobs, and those are the people who were from a non-IT background. So I have total 5 years of experience. So I'll be exactly telling you that what exactly you need to do if you are facing the similar challenges, because I have been interacted with more than 200 plus unique peoples having a different challenges, commitments, and a lot other thing, right? So there was a lot of different challenges were there. So how I helped them to overcome it and how safely and securely they got a career switch, which is high paying. So I'm sure that you guys must be going through with a certain problem. So definitely we will be relating it. So let's get started and we will understand everything. All right. So keep your questions ready. All right. So I'll be telling you more about it. And the best part is it's just not only me. We have an amazing guest as well who will be also coming over here and we will be interacting with him and we will be trying to understand what he is doing and how his career is, what exactly his next plan, how he's making it so big, and how is it possible for him, and how we can also do. So a lot of things we're going to ask, even the silliest questions I will be asking to him, and even the toughest questions, everything, so that we get that satisfaction over here. Because see, I personally feel, guys, that if I have some problem in my career, if I have some genuine doubts, so I have observed one thing, that the people are interacting with their friends and their relatives who are doing well. Maybe they could not be the right fit to discuss about it, like maybe they are not the right person to discuss about it. So the best thing is to discuss with an expert who is already making big in that industry, and that's why we brought the guest speaker in front of you guys. So you're going to discuss all the questions with him, and I'll be taking that questions and interacting with him and asking all the questions so that you can get your query solved, and start taking actions. All right, fine then. Moving ahead, so what we are doing in this particular webinar and why we are doing this particular webinar. So we are conducting this masterclass in support of our course, which is IT Profession from Scratch to Employment. That is from a Coding Invaders. And we will tell you that how you can easily enter into IT, that too from scratch. Scratch means even if you don't know the C of a coding. So we have targeted six different high paying directions and how you can figure out which one is working for you. All right, let me tell you that what exactly this Coding Invaders is. So Coding Invaders is a platform where we are on the mission to help all the non-IT profession to get into IT. All right, and we have already a proven record of giving 30 to 40 or 30 to 400% of salary hike with a 93% of placement record. And our learners are more than different 40 plus countries, and already 100 plus company train their employees with us. So the reason if I'm saying that 100 plus company train their employee with us, it means that we have a strong network of hiring partners. That's why it's another sort of a reason of why our placement rate is 93%. All right, we will discuss more on this at the end of this particular webinar. Stay tuned and let me tell you what exactly you're going to learn in this particular webinar today itself. So you will learn that why to enter into IT today, why IT is such an important topic to discuss and think upon and research upon and take an action upon. So we will understand why to enter into IT and what is the future of IT market in India and in the other countries. And you will be also understanding what are the six most in demand high paying professions in IT are there, and which one is a right fit for you. So you'll be understanding everything. All right, and what you will get in this particular webinar. So of course, like you guys have figured out your time over here, so you will be definitely getting surprises and the gifts, a lot more things and the prizes. So let me announce, you all will be getting a chance to ask questions to the speaker, and you all will be getting a certificate of participation at the end of this particular webinar. And you all will be getting a special offer for our IT profession from the Scratch to Employment course. Special sort of an offer or sort of a discount. One more thing, let me tell you. In this particular webinar, whoever is watching me right now, I am going to run this particular contest in front of you. This contest is live right now. The link is into the chat section. I will be sharing my screen. I would request all of you to participate in this contest, and randomly I will choose one person and he will be the winner of our premium course, which promises job guarantee with an agreement. So one of you will win this particular program, that too for free. So what you need to do, you just need to register yourself in the link which is given in the chat section. Go participate in the link, participate in this particular contest. And in just after 30-40 minutes, once we will be interacting with this guest speaker, asking Q&A session, once we are done with the Q&A sessions, I will announce the winner by sharing my screen. I'll show you my Excel sheet and I'll choose the random person, and that person will be enrolled in front of you for a job guarantee badge, that too for free. And what about the others? They will be getting a special offer to join the job guarantee batch as well. No need to worry about. So I would request you all to click the link in the chat section and go and register and come back and give me a thumbs up that yes, you have registered, so that accordingly I can just start and continue the interaction with our guest speakers. I can see the numbers are increasing very fast. People are joining in very fast. That's really great. Come on, hurry up, guys. I can see that people are registering. Yes. So it's a free for sure that you just have to sit on your bed or you sleep on your bed and you just start watching me asking my questions. And at the end, you can just take one premium course, you know, with just single click, and I'm giving it for free. So that's not a big problem. You can definitely do it. So keep participating in this contest. And this contest is started just now and it will be ending in just after 30-40 minutes. All right. So winner will be in front of you. All right. So I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes, guys. Go register. Give me a thumbs up that yes, you have registered. And I would request you all that I have seen all the people who generally participate in the contest. They are the one who leaves at the end and they become the winner and they don't know that they won this particular thing. So I would request you all that this is a career related stuff. This is something which I am going to tell you is going to be an amazing for you, an eye opener for you. So please stay till the end. It's gonna be a fruitful session for you. Because on an average, every Indian is scrolling Instagram for more than 2 hours, and it's just a matter of 60 minutes over here. So here we are discussing something serious thing, which is really very, very non-negotiable thing related to your career. So stay here till the end, and let me give you some free courses and no premium courses for free, so that you could get some value out of it. And for sure, let me give you a chance to interact with the guest speaker as well. All right. So I can see that people have already registered over here. Let's moving on. Let me see. So numbers are increasing. So I will keep the link in the chat section. You can still go and click. Meanwhile, I'll just start my particular sessions, and I'll keep reminding you in between, and invite as much your friend as you can so that we can start. So Yogesh is saying, sir, link not showing due to internet issue. You have some internet issue. Go fix it, because everybody's link is working. All right, we have our guest, Mr. Revanth. He's a senior software engineer too at Atlassian. We would welcome here, and then we will probably listen the introduction with his word, his mouth only. All right. So our guest speaker is joining in. So Revanth, can you just hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Amir. Hi, Amir. Hi, everyone. How you doing?
Yeah, thank you so much, Revanth, for joining over here. I'm just passing out the mic to you. We would just love to understand what exactly you are doing, and we would love to know about your whole introduction.
Sure, why not? Yeah. Hey, folks. Hey, everyone. Probably people might be familiar from you on LinkedIn. So, I am an SDE2 at Atlassian. So, I am a 2014 to 2018 graduate at a local college in a near village in my city, and I'm from computer science background. I went into TCS. When I graduated, I went into TCS, and then I joined a small startup, and
Mhm.
then that got acquired by another company. And 6 months ago, I came into Atlassian. So this is me in a very nutshell.
That's great. That's great. So even I'm very much curious to understand more about the Revan. But meanwhile, guys, I'm putting the link into the chat section so that you can better understand and get connect with the Revant if you want to get connected with Revant on the LinkedIn as well. All right. So Revant, I just have some one question with you that
Mhm.
you were already into the computer science background, right? And I want to tell you one thing, that I am also a mechanical engineer, by the way. So
Okay, nice.
at my time, I got serious about my placement when I was in sixth semester, which is third year end, right? So I just
Right.
wanted to know from your end, because I have already seen that IT profession always pays good amount or something. I just want to know from your end that when you
Mhm.
were doing engineering, were you the person who was studying from the day one, or you also did the same like me?
No, I'm like the one night before study person. So
Okay.
whatever the exam is like one night. So there was a semester
uh,
papers. You get three questions and you get a booklet. I used to fill like one page each question and submit it. So I'm like that category. I don't write also in the answers. So no, definitely not from day one. Maybe one
uh,
night.
so it's just like, you whenever you when you got serious, you just made it, as simple as
Yeah.
that. And
Yes.
we can easily conclude that it doesn't require a huge long process of
No.
learning or struggle to get into such an amazing role that you are in right now, right? All right.
Mhm.
So I'm really happy that you are very honest, and you just told that.
Right.
Okay, and I'm sure everybody have enjoyed that.
uh,
So so already some people are, it seems that some people already knows you, Revant. All right.
right.
So
Yes.
fine. So I'll have one question which I wanted to ask you, as always,
Mhm.
because I can see that I have always followed you on LinkedIn. I have observed that you are doing so good. So just wanted to know that you entered into IT in which year, by the way?
2018 middle. Once I graduated, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
2014 to 2018 graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So once I graduated after 1 month of time, maybe in June or July, I
Mm-hmm.
entered into IT in
Mm-hmm.
TCS.
Understood. Okay. So it's like 4 years back.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Okay. So you joined 4 years back, and at that time also there was a huge hype of this, computer sciences, because in
Mhm.
my college, the mechanical engineers have only 5 6 section in that batch, but computer science had more than 50 batches, by the way. So there was a time that the hype was maximum, but now still after 4 years, what do you think that is it still a good time to enter into IT, or we have already lost the opportunity?
I wouldn't say it's gone because you just go on to LinkedIn or Twitter, everybody is announcing that they're joining a new company. I mean, there are layoffs, I agree, but still, I think it's good. It's actually fine if you're looking to switch into IT. I think it would be great. There is no less opportunities in IT. Like literally, you can switch if you want to switch. You can definitely switch into this.
Wow. So is it something like what we can say, like Revant, is it a bubble, or it's gonna be the same for the future? That is it something that where I can rely on for the next for the rest of my life if I keep on grilling myself in this IT industry?
Okay, for the rest of your life, I'm not sure if I can answer that question, but at
Uh-huh.
least a solid 10 to 15 years, I can definitely say yes because tech is expanding every single day. Like there are
Uh-huh.
companies that are coming up even in India also.
Mm-hmm.
Companies that were not there like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and now they are unicorn startups in India itself, like rivaling to US. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't think tech is going to go away. It is going to stay at least for a
Mm-hmm.
decade. Whatever the thing that you are seeing right now,
Mm-hmm.
there would be ups and downs. There would definitely be ups and downs, but I don't think it will go away. Everybody needs technology, and people are going to build applications. People are going to build companies and startups. They'll turn into unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, there are going to be so many opportunities. Doesn't matter.
Understood. Understood. The thing that you said that going to be staying, like you can assure about a decade or 10 years or 15 years, but it's still we can still be into the game if we will keep upskilling ourselves,
Yes.
right? It means
Yes.
it clearly means that the learning process is going to be same, even if for a fresher or even if an experienced person to stay in the game, right?
Definitely.
All right, perfect. So, guys, we got a pretty good clarity that why this IT industry is booming and why we need to keep upskilling because the trends are changing and we to stay in the game we have to keep upskilling yourself. All right, it's just not a matter of only freshers or the new people who are joining in, but even the experienced people are keep on doing. Let me give you an example of Nokia. Nokia is the brand which everybody loves, but Nokia didn't update it themselves. So now you know the situations of Nokia now. So you can understand what I'm trying to say. So if I talk about the situations and the salary growth and the opportunities, there are the millions of jobs are there in IT right now, and it's going to be the 3 or 4 times maximum in the 2025 as well. And on an average, I have observed in the worst case scenario that people are at least getting 46% salary hike. But Revan would also agree that yes, people are also getting more than that. So I'm just playing safe over here, being very, very modest by telling that the least this is the rare case that people are getting. All right. Fine then. So Revan, like I have been observing the IT people, I have seen that they have that laptop lifestyle, and this is something which we as a non IT background people we definitely enjoy that. Oh my god, like he has a laptop lifestyle and he is just doing and everything. And some people from a sales and they are just running on the fields and they are getting worried. So for sure
Mhm.
that I feel that yes, IT is cool, but there must be some pros and cons in that. So I just wanted to first of all understand, being a software development engineer, what is the major cons that you feel that is there, and then we will discuss about the pros of being into this IT industry.
Gotcha. Cons. Okay. Cons, I would say, okay. There is competition. That's definitely a con. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many people applying for the same job. There might be
Mm-hmm.
thousands of people applying to the same job. So you need to
Mm-hmm.
stand out. You need to upskill yourself and stand out.
Mm-hmm.
That is one. I would say it's a con and a pro both, but
Mm-hmm.
mostly comes under a con. And secondly, all your peer group are equally, what do you say, intelligent. So you constantly, once you go into the job, also you need
Mm-hmm.
to keep on updating yourself, or you're gonna go back. So that's
Mm-hmm.
another thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
again, it's a con and an advantage also because you're learning
Mm-hmm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you join companies where it's like a high growth or a high the learning curve is extremely huge, it will
Mm-hmm.
become very complex also. Like for you to the expectation will be pretty high. You
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you might reach, sometimes you will not reach, but I'm pretty sure people will get used to that. So that initial
Mm-hmm.
learning curve, that complexity would be there for sure. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if in case you're put into some roles, some other different roles,
Mm-hmm.
your routine, your work would be very routine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you say? Do this, do that, do this, do that. That's all. There won't be much of a learning in some
Mm-hmm.
roles. So
Mm-hmm.
that's also one con, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And coming, would you like to go on to the pros right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
or?
yeah, yeah. So we wanted to know some pros also. What is the main benefit?
Okay, one pro, I think you can call yourself a software engineer. I think that's a very good thing, title to have on your profile,
Uh-huh.
probably. And couple more are you get amazing perks, and the work that you get in these software companies are often challenging. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you get. That at least I find that challenging. Most of the people, most of the peers that I talk to, they find
Mm-hmm.
it very challenging. That's something. And I would say, yeah, job security is there. I mean, if you consider layoffs are once in a time, that
Mm-hmm.
happens maybe once in a decade or something. So keeping that aside, you do get some good work-life balance in many companies. If you
Mm-hmm.
go to companies where the work is pretty good, you
Mm-hmm.
will upgrade yourself every single day. You will learn something every single day. There is
Mm-hmm.
extremely high demand for good software engineers,
Mm-hmm.
and what do you say? And if you see the graph over the past decade, over the software industry, at least take the shares, take the software
Mm-hmm.
company shares, for example. Like take the last decade, companies
Mm-hmm.
that were not even existing now are like in billions of dollars of valuation. So that
Exactly.
growth is there, and it doesn't matter which stream you are coming in. You can always get into software industry. Like literally speaking, you can definitely get into software industry with maybe 3 months or 4 months, 6 months or 1 year of prep. If you want to get into extremely good companies, maybe 6 months would be fine. If you want to get into like just get into a company, maybe three to
Mm-hmm.
four months would be fine. It really
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter into which one you want to get because there's so many roles. Like you have software engineering, data engineering, data analysis, AI,
Mm-hmm.
machine learning, cloud, quality assurance, support, testing. You have like so many different domains in software
Mm-hmm.
industry itself that you can get to. So it becomes
Exactly.
pretty easy to get into industry.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Guys, I'm observing one thing that having a 4 year experience, like total, how many years of experience, Revanth, you have?
4 years and 3 months as of now.
Yeah. So can you see the kind of a confidence we have when we are so much of experience? And I want to tell you one thing: why people in ITs are so much confident. People are in the social media thinking that Twitter laid off this much employees and Meta laid off this much employees, Amazon laid off this much employees. Guys, I'm telling you the truth. We only think looking at the news that, oh, they got homeless or something, but it's not like that. They will be getting equally paid by other companies and they will be hired very fast. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sevravan. Their demand is very much, people will be reaching out to them and they will be getting hired with the same packages or maybe at the hike. Their value is not decreasing
Obviously.
because they are learning and they are keep on growing, right? That's the one thing which I want to tell. And one thing I wanted to highlight, which Revan said about the valuation, if you will just see why this graph is increasing. So very beautifully, Revan has said that yes, the size of the software industry is increasing very fast, and it is just not only, and it is increasing from 2001, if you will say, and still, like I feel that from 2010 or 2012 people started talking, and then now this is a time where everybody is blindly going or trying to say. But one thing I want to say that this is not something which is a bubble. It's gonna be same like that because the world is going. Oh, it's like a tech. You have observed how beautifully the India is growing. Similarly, you will be the part of it for sure. And the changes that will come in terms of technology, and for that to stay in the game, you have to keep learning. All right, let's understand few more things. That if IT industry is increasing, then what sort of profession is also getting high demand and everything. So we will try to understand each and everything with Rewan, that how exactly this whole IT thing work and what professions along with it keeps on growing. So let's have a close view on it. So Revan, we just wanted to understand that how exactly this whole IT thing work. Would you just explain us so that we can have a clear idea?
Okay. Fine. So let's say that a person is trying to build, I don't know, maybe software company or a
Mm-hmm.
product or something. The
Okay.
very first thing that they will identify is a problem statement.
Mm-hmm.
Like a particular user or a set of users are facing this problem statement, and I want to solve that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your business idea comes from. Understand from the user, understand your business needs,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go ahead and start. What do you say? Gathering some information. That's where your collection comes in. Second
Mm-hmm.
step,
Mm-hmm.
gather all the information that is required in order to at
Mm-hmm.
least get to the MVP, the minimum viable product, building
Mm-hmm.
that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go ahead and maybe if you are engineer, if you are software engineer, you go ahead and design it. If you're not, you basically hire somebody else and get that design done for you. And
Mm-hmm.
then after the design is done, after the review is done, if everything is good, you start coding that. You start coding your application or your product or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Once that is done, you have several stages of testing. Test is a very broad umbrella, I would say. You have your normal unit test, functional testing, and then you have your user acceptance testing. All these are performance testing. If your application is performing well under load or not, There's so many sort of tests that happen, and once all of that is done and they cross the bare minimum, then you go live, like with your MVP. Maybe not a fully blown product right away because you don't
Mhm.
know what customer wants. Maybe the
Exactly.
minimum thing that would satisfy the requirements, and then keep taking feedback.
Hmm.
And then you go live with your product. Take constant feedback from the customers, take constant feedback from the clients or the users who keep using your application, and
Right.
develop them again as features, code them, deploy them, test them, again
Hmm.
release them, do everything, whatever, what's so not, in order to make them happy. And at the end of the day, you get some revenue out of that. So that's how I would say any IT product would be built in general. Of course, you get to maintain that. That's
Hmm.
definitely a part of making it
So
work.
one thing I feel is clear for me is the way you explained that for whole IT industry, too many department is involved, and each and every department is equally important.
Right. Yes.
All right. So let's understand that. Can you just throw us that what sort of professions are involved and where it is basically involved, so that we can have a better understanding.
Right. So in general, whenever the first step can be either from a normal person like you and I or anybody, or from a business personality. If they
Mm-hmm.
are some product manager or something, maybe
Mm-hmm.
first step can be a product manager or a user or a software engineer or a manager. It can be anyone. They identify, they pitch that idea, and then the
Mm-hmm.
second person would most likely be a manager, because developers collecting the requirements and everything else, they don't do that. What
Mm-hmm.
we do is we code. We focus a lot on code. We do understand the requirements. We do cross question the requirements, but we are not the only people who are taking the requirement. That job generally the project managers do. That's what you see, the IT project manager. And then
Mm-hmm.
design, coding, design also. A lot of developers do design. Your software engineers, it can be a back-end engineer, front-end engineer, or a mobile engineer, or a
Mm-hmm.
DevOps person. They also do a lot of design documents. They also do a lot of designing as well. And if you in coding design, these are the people. You take it away from a user interface design, like what you're seeing right now on the screen is a website.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Mm-hmm.
designs that website is somebody else, a user experience designer or a user interface designer, UI UX designer. A lot of other roles also come into the third step. And then in the fourth step is where you actually come into the play. You start writing the code. It can be a front end developer, a back end developer, a full stack developer, basically a combination of both front end and back end.
Okay.
A mobile developer like an Android or an iOS or a React Native application, which can work across all the platforms. This can be, you name it, you have a technology over there. And then once you are
Mm-hmm.
done, then you go into the testing phase, which most likely is done by your QA engineers. QA is your quality assurance engineers. Some companies have this, some companies testers also do QA, and even QA people also do QA. So before it goes into QA, when the developers, like when we develop something, we test it out ourselves first, and then only give it to the QA. It's general. So after the QA gives a green signal, and then it goes to what do you say, deployments or something. There you have another step called from the infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
basically your platform team or the infrastructure team, which basically takes care of deploying it to the proper people. Sometimes engineers, as you only might be doing that. If you are in a very big company, you might have separate teams. If you are in a very small startup, you will be doing that. It's a learning curve. And then maintenance, whenever there is a issue or a bug or a ticket that is raised, it comes back. There is a separate team called as a support team.
Mm-hmm.
First goes into them. If they are not able to solve it, like I'm talking about big companies, big corporations, they
Mm-hmm.
have support team by general. If they are not able to solve it, then they pass it on to the development
Mm-hmm.
team. And
Mm-hmm.
then we analyze, and then we push a fix, and then communicate back to the support team. In small companies, there's no support team as such. The developers also will at the entry point.
Understood.
So, and then whatever the data,
Mm-hmm.
develop everything. Now it's time to collect data. How the people are
Mm-hmm.
to use your product, what are they doing on your product, all that data you need. There comes data analyst role or
Okay.
data engineering role, all
Uh-huh.
these data science people. There is a lot of other things that happen there.
So one thing I'm observing that, see, data science, data analyst is a kind, I'm observing that is everywhere. Like everybody wants to become a data analyst, data scientist, but the reality is equal, like QA engineer, front end, back end developers, and IT project managers. These are equally important. It's just that some of the name is so much famous, but yes, it's not like, if you will become a full stack developer or a back end developer, you would be getting less paid. It is
Yeah,
not
of
correct.
course. Yeah.
Equally, everybody will be getting a high thing, and all are high paying thing, because I can understand that even if a single role like a QA engineer is not a QA engineer, you might have heard very less, but it is one of the very crucial responsibility where the project didn't get passed. So they are the very much, so even a single profession is not there, then the whole cycle will be stopped. All right. So thank you so much, Revan, for making us understand about every single process with the profession. Now we just wanted to understand a bit more about every single profession from you. If you could better understand in more layman languages, like just like you said, UI and UX. How I understood front end is like if I see website, if I see buttons, if I see designs, I get
Hmm.
to understand it's a front end thing. What exactly? So can you just throw some little more lights on understanding every single profession, that what
Yeah.
they do actually, and just in a short, so that we can have a better idea.
Got it. So if you remember the life cycle again, the first thing that happens is the requirements. So who takes this? Your project manager or your normal manager or your lead. These
Mm-hmm.
people prepare, talk to customers, talk to stakeholders, talk to different people, talk to clients, and they prepare documentation. Like what are the requirements? What are the things that we are going to agree upon? They create the outline of the documents, and
Mm-hmm.
they do all the initiative stuff. They do all the planning and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then comes in a nutshell, this is, they do a lot of other things, but in a nutshell, this is what they do. And
Mm-hmm.
then comes your developer. It can
Mm-hmm.
be a backend developer or a front end developer. Now,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, front end developer basically is whatever that you're seeing on the screen right now. If you consider this website or this webinar thing as a product,
Mm-hmm.
so front end developer does this design. They do the design. They, like, if you click any button right now, all
Mm-hmm.
that logic is done by this front end developer. What happens after you click, that goes to the back end developer.
Okay.
And there is a mix of, if in case you do front end and do back end, you're called a
Mm-hmm.
full stack developer, nothing more
Mm-hmm.
than that.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that you see on the screen, they make the look and feel of the website. They are called front end developers. And then back end developers, they write APIs, they interact with the databases. Sorry, they interact with database. They say that data, persist that data. They do a lot of other stuff like caching and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very technical. Don't want to get into that. But in
Mm-hmm.
a nutshell, what you see on the screen right now is done by a front end developer. And what happens after you interact with something, like I see people typing something in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So this chat is, what do you say, captured by the front end thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes to the back end so
Mm-hmm.
that every other people can also see that. It goes
Mm-hmm.
to the server and it goes into the database where every other people can also see that. That's
Mm-hmm.
essentially, and what I'm trying to do at a 10,000 feet level view. That's what I'm trying to say. The mobile
Understood.
developers, let's say you have your phone, how exactly are you going to build application in this phone? A mobile developer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a front-end developer or a back-end developer. It's a little bit different than mobile developer. The
Mm-hmm.
technologies, the languages might
Mm-hmm.
overlap
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit, but still you have a separate group in itself for mobile development. For web development, you have a separate group. For mobile development, you have a separate group. It
Mm-hmm.
can be Windows, sorry, it can be an Android phone, it can be an
Mm-hmm.
iOS phone. You have different developers, Android developer or
Mm-hmm.
iOS engineer. They use different languages, but there will be a little bit of an overlap.
Understood. Understood. And what about this particular profession? These two.
Yeah, right. So you have developed your application. Now, who is going to test it? Obviously, you will test it. You will test at least if the code that you wrote is working fine or not. Obviously, you're going to test that.
Mm-hmm.
But a QA engineer is somebody who does more than what your application should be allowed to do. So they test lots of edge cases. They test the happy paths. They test the failure flows. They test a lot of edge cases. They question the developers why this is working, why this is not working. They write a lot of documentation also. Some,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, maybe 50-50 chances of writing a documentation or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then they raise bugs. If something is broken, something is not there, they raise the bugs. And these people also do automation testing. They also write code. Some QA teams also write code rather than them doing manually every single time,
Mm-hmm.
manually testing every single time. They write automations tests, so that whenever something is done by the developer, they don't have to manually test everything again. They can do that by the automation suite. And then you have these data analysts or data scientists or data engineer. So these people, whatever the data is generated from your application or your product or your software, they get hold of that data. They start to analyze, identify patterns, and they see if something can be improved upon that would drive the revenue up, basically increase your business. That's what these data analysts or scientists do with the data that you get.
Understood. Understood. Very well explained. Thank you so much, Revan, for giving us a more better idea about that what each and every professions do. And I'm sure that you guys have must understood that what exactly these people do and why these people are more important, and why some of the profession is good, bad, or high paying, less paying, equally as of now, I can see every profession is equally most in demand. Some are overhyped. That's a thing I have observed. All right. Now, if I want to tell you that if you're genuinely confused how to choose the right profession and how to continue all this and which one is the right fit for you or not, so coding innovators have made a separate program which is working really well amongst all the people who are confused now that Revanth has discussed six high paying profession. Now, which one is the right fit for me? So, what exactly we have done? In first 6 week, we will give you all some modules of all six profession, and you will be practicing all of them. You will be testing of them, and then while practicing, you will be understanding that which one is right fit for you or not. Just like in India, when we are confused what to do in our life, we do engineering, right? So by second year and third year, you will get to understand that what you have to do in your life. Similarly, what exactly we have done in coding invaders, in first 6 week we will give you all the modules of all six profession. Every week you will be trying different profession, and we will assign you a career counselor, and this career counselor will make you understand that here you are good at, here you are bad at. Once you will finalize that, okay, this is my cup of tea, now master that profession in another 8 months and get a guaranteed job. That's what our course looks like, which is known as IT profession from scratch to employment, which saves your times and money. Moving on, so let's discuss some packages, Revant. These are the packages that I have entered with the front end, QA, and lot others, right? So first of all, just wanted to understand from you. I know people laugh on my digits because I have written very small digits, but still, can you just give your idea that how much these middle front end developers or senior front end developers are actually making? Because I know that the package that I have written is very, very low as of now.
I would definitely say yes. That's very low. Whatever you have written, I think you're being a little bit modest over there. Like we
It's
just
a
go
worst
to
case scenario. It's a worst case
yes,
scenario, you can say.
first case scenario, right? Yeah, I definitely see that. So a normal a junior front-end developer these days would definitely make in the north of 5 lakhs, because I think that's what your industry standard right now is. People have increased their compensations because of the COVID pandemic, thankfully. Now they're paying reasonably good. It doesn't matter front end or back end, everybody's getting paid equally nice.
Mm-hmm.
And if you enter the career as a fresher, you will definitely get more than 5 lakhs if you enter a normal startup or even MNC like TCS and Wipro also. They do have packages starting with 5 lakhs also. They have a exam where you write it, you
Mm-hmm.
pass it, you're going to get that 5. And they have even exams where you pass them, you get like 7, 9, 11 also. So I've seen
Mm-hmm.
many people posting them. And then you go into senior, when you become a senior, your salary
Mm-hmm.
is sort of doubled, I would say. If you're from a fresher, if you're jumping to a senior role, your salary will definitely become double, at least the base salary. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're earning 5 lakhs, it will be maybe 10 or 15 lakhs. It doesn't matter. If you do a
Mm-hmm.
switch, again, it will be a little bit more, 50% or 70% of a hike right now. That's
Mm-hmm.
what we have seen over the past 2 years during the pandemic. When people switch, they received extremely huge number of hikes, like 50% or more than 75% also, and 100%, 120% also. So the numbers that we see right now are, I wouldn't say, what do you say, they are low. They are
Mm-hmm.
okay for people, but still, the average is going to be much higher than this. That's for sure.
Okay.
I can say that.
Okay. So average is much higher. Okay, got it. Got it. So guys, we have got a pretty good inspiration from Revan that the digits that I have entered is for sure is very low, but it's a worst case situation. In the current now, the market is paying way much higher. It's up to you how you're cracking it and selling yourself. All right. And moving ahead, as we have got an idea, so would you like to comment something about the QA engineers path? Any roughly approximate idea how much they are getting paid?
I think the same, right? I mean, they do make a little bit lesser than developers, but I wouldn't say this much less.
Mm-hmm.
I think they definitely make in the north of 4 to 5 lakhs in the entry level itself. Like,
Entry level 4 5 lakhs easily.
exactly. Like
Wow.
4 years ago itself, TCS was paying 3.3 lakhs for a normal fresher, and they have hiked their entry level. What do you say? Compensation. So 2.5.
Wow.
I don't think they're going to get 2.5. They are going to get more than 4 lakhs as an entry level, and you keep on increasing. It's going to increase. If you join a startup or a product based company, it's going to be more than 5 lakhs for sure. So the numbers that we see right now, the fresher or a QA engineer or the senior QA engineer, they are a little bit lesser than what the industry pays right now. They will definitely be higher.
Okay. Can I ask you one question? That is, if I will switch right, in this year,
Hmm.
Can I earn more than 20 or 25 lakhs after 2.5 years?
2.5, I would say with proper upskilling, I would definitely say yes, that's definitely possible.
Wow. So what do you mean by proper upskilling? Is it does it really needs a hardcore lot of tools I need to learn, or just like a few tools with the right time and the right approach we can get the things done?
There are two sides of the coin over there. If you're joining a startup or a product-based company, yes, you will have to learn quite a lot, a few technologies here and there. Quite have to work on different projects, have to learn data structures, algorithms, system design, and all that stuff. But if you take the traditional path, you would may have to make a couple of switches, and then you can get to that. Maybe not 25, I would say, maybe 20 or something. You can get in and out of that. But if you're joining a startup, that is definitely possible. I would definitely say it's possible.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much. Now, just because we have discussed a lot more professions, so now the question comes in our mind that how did we get to understand that which one is the right profession for me and how to choose that thing? So, what would you like to suggest to our audience, Revanth, that you're into the computer science, you did engineering, so somewhere like you have grown into that environment, that seniors are there, projects are happening, so somewhere you got your likes and dislike and you do it. What what suggestion would you like to give her to a person like me who is from non-IT? How I can understand that, which IT profession I should look. What sort of a quality I should at least see in myself so that I can look upon.
Okay, one quality that I think every IT person should sort of have is like they should scale well. Like there is a new challenge, you need to step up. You need to learn a tool or a framework or a technology. You need to be able to solve. If you're going to be a person who takes the back foot and say no, I'm not going to learn, then definitely IT is not for you. If you want challenges, if you want good work, I would say
Mhm.
you can definitely pick IT. There are definitely a lot of professions I can understand, and even in IT there are different domains also I can understand. But
Mhm.
pick something that you are passionate about. I love to code, so I went into code. I did try a little bit on data analysis. It wasn't for me, so I
Mhm.
stick to what I wanted to do, coding only. There are
Mhm.
my friends who did not want to code at all. They went to data analysis and they found it very nice, and they're sticking to where they are. There are friends who are into testing. They don't want to code. They don't want to be a data analyst or anything. They're QA. They are doing right little bit of a code in automation test, but they love what they do. So I would
Mhm.
definitely say go into the domain that you love. You will do for the rest of your life, or at least like 3 to 4 years. You always
Mhm.
can switch your domain. That's there. You have that option. But
Mhm.
I would say pick a domain or pick a profession in IT which you will definitely love doing, or else it'd be a little bit of a tough thing.
Okay, fine then. We got a pretty much clarity. So, guys, let's see what sort of qualities you have, and we can better understand that which can be the suitable for you. So, you must be having a creative ability. You must be having a logical mind, or maybe critical thinking, or anything as such. So, we will see that which exactly your qualities are matching with this profession, and then we will move to the Q&A session where I'll be asking a lot more question and. Yes. So if you are a person having a creative mind, communication, growth mindset, and everything, so you are made for the front end. And similarly, same goes for the person who's having, the good understanding of customer values and communication. Then they are made for a mobile development. And there's one more: if you are having a good problem solving, teamwork, and everything like a back end. Same if you are having a leadership qualities, then you are into this project management. And for sure, if you have a research attention to details and problem solving, then you can be a good fit for a data analytics and data science. This is a brief idea to understand and get an idea that which profession would be the right fit for me. All right, perfect then. Moving on, and we are just now going towards the Q&A session. Or if you guys have any question, because I have already jotted down some questions, and be ready, Kiruba Karan, if you have some question to ask. I can see that you are waiting to ask a lot of questions. Okay, now the first question I wanted to ask you, that is from Kiruba Karan. He is very much trying to know that what exactly the tips you will be telling us about how to crack the big roles and everything. All right, so
Mhm.
what is the one piece of advice you will give to us if I am dreaming of mang companies, how I can crack, what exact things I need to do? First thing, and second thing, the second myth is, if I am from a tier 3 college, can I still dream of it?
I'll answer your second question first.
Okay.
I'm from a tier three college, so you have a live example before you. So I
Yeah.
think you can definitely. So if anybody in the chat is thinking they are from a tier three college or a tier four college, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. No, don't feel that way. Literally, I'm telling you, it really does not matter which college you're from. You can be from IIT, NIT, or a normal tier three college, or from a local college, or from a local university. It really doesn't matter which university or which department you are from. You can get into IT. You can get into a man company or a product based company. It really doesn't matter. All it depends upon is how much effort are you willing to put in, how consistent are you able to put in. That's the second one. And first one, if you want to get into Mang, there are only four things that you have to do. If you want to become a developer, I will speak in terms of development because that's what I my expertise lies in. If you want to become a developer, let's say a backend developer, learn a couple of languages. That's what I would say. First, pick any language of your choice. It can be Java, Python, C++, any one language of your choice. Pick
Mm-hmm.
one, learn it in
Mm-hmm.
and out. Maybe give it 2 to 3 weeks of time. That's more than enough to learn any programming language if you ask me, at least the basics. And
Mm-hmm.
then learn data structures and algorithms, system design, low level
Mm-hmm.
design, machine coding.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have time, I would highly recommend make at least one project on your resume so
Mm-hmm.
that your resume has some information. It rather than having just the technical skills, it would have some
Mm-hmm.
projects to show for in your resume. So that's why I would recommend these are the only five things. One, learn a language, and then
Mm-hmm.
data structures and algorithm, system design, low level design, machine coding, and
Mm-hmm.
six, make a project or two, one or two projects. That's all. These are the only things that you need in order to become what do you say, crack these man companies if you're a backend developer. Now coming to the front end role, the emphasis would not be a lot on data structures in front end roles. It would be more on terms of JavaScript, Angular, or React, or whatever the framework or library that you are learning, learn it in and out. You will still have data structures rounds in many companies, but they won't be what do you say, as much hard as backend data structure round. You will definitely have them. And same again, people might ask you to code a normal application in 1 hour or so. If you're a good front end engineer, you can definitely do that. There's nothing big deal in that.
Understood.
So it sort of
Okay.
overlaps. Backend and front end, the interview rounds sort of overlap. If you're a full
Mm-hmm.
stack developer, you can expect both of them together in many companies.
Understood. 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 So one thing I just wanted to tell you guys, that if Revanth is saying to add a project, there's a sense out of it. Let me tell you why. Because if you are a fresher or trying to switch from non-IT to IT or anything as such, so even if like Revanth next day go for hiring, so he would not be really much bothered about what sort of a degree you have. He will just see that will that person solve my problem. How he will observe? He will observe by looking at your project, and with that project he will understand that okay, if he has done this thing, then in this way I can take my work done. So project is, you can say, a kind of a way to justify your worth in front of experienced people, and to say that yes, you have done it.
Yes.
So it's like, I'll give you one basic example, guys, to make you more understand very properly. Let's suppose if you're learning Excel sheet. So if you will just learn Excel sheet, that will not, it is not sufficient to get you a job. But if you will implement, use this Excel sheet in different profession with different analysis, then we can better understand that okay, you have done this HR analytics, you have done this financial analytics thing, then I can get these things done from you. So it's very much important to do project, which also means that Revant is again and again saying, guys, that having project and tools, languages, and practicing upskilling. Why? Because he is more emphasizing on project based learning, and this is the most important thing that you need
Yes.
to focus on. One question I wanted to ask you, Revant, I have been, see, I interacted with more than 200 people. I help them to get into a job, but one thing I have observed, people are like not that passionate, but they are fascinated with the programming language words. Like, people usually fight with me with Java or Python. So I just wanted to understand, is it really very necessary to fight for a toughest language, or we can just choose any one and we can master it and we can get the things done? Would you like to comment anything, that is there anything priority, or is it something superior or lower? What exactly this Java Python is? Why there's always a fight in between?
Definitely not. I'm a Java developer, but I code in Python also. It really doesn't matter. It goes
Mm-hmm.
into the if the role that you're going in as per Java language, it's because their product is built on top of Java language. If the
Mhm.
product is built on top of Python language, they're going to ask. If you go to Stack Overflow or any job hiring website, Naukri or Monster India or Indeed, just
Mhm.
type for the word, just type that word language, or
Mhm.
LinkedIn also, just type
Mhm.
Java developer or Python developer. You will see sort of the same results. They are going to
Mhm.
be the same number, almost similar number. There might be lakhs of openings for
Mhm.
both of them. It really doesn't matter which, and there is literally no, what do you say, argument like Java is higher or Python is superior. It really doesn't matter to that, unless
Mhm.
until you work in like embedded systems and where you have to learn that embedded programming or those sort of stuff. It really does not matter which language is superior. You can, there's a misconception. If you learn one language, you can learn another language in less than a week. I literally mean it. I am a
Mhm.
Java developer, but I learned Python in less than 1 week, because the programming constructs on the base would be the same for any language. Just the way that you write, the
Mhm.
syntaxes would differ. That's all. The logical statements, all of them will be the same. If you learn one language, you can learn most of the other languages in less than a week or a couple of weeks. That's all. There
Mhm.
is no comparison between Python or Java. Every language is in it for itself. Every language has its pros, has its cons. So yeah,
Understood. Thank you so much. There's one question which I have been observing that, sir, I am 2017 passed out and I'm a non-IT background. So can I get a job if I will switch? Like he trying to say that he is having a gap. So how can he can get a job? And he's non-IT and there's a 5 years of gap I can see now. So can he get a job in IT if he tries?
I wouldn't say it's impossible. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard, but definitely not impossible, because I have seen friends who are working in electrical ECE. So they
Mm-hmm.
were in their core domains, and recently, like 3 to 4 months back, they switched
Mm-hmm.
their jobs. I saw it on LinkedIn. Though I don't speak to them on regular basis, I felt happy. They switched from their core domain, which was
Mm-hmm.
ECE in embedded systems, and now they're a software engineer at a software company. So you can
Mm-hmm.
definitely switch. It will be a little bit hard to convince recruiters, but with
Mm-hmm.
the right projects on your resume, with the right technical skills and
Yeah.
technologies that relate to the job description, you can definitely do that. I wouldn't say it's impossible.
So it gives us again clear a message that yes, upskilling is required if we are reaching out with the right skill set and project. Definitely, we can justify our worth and we can do it for sure. Like how honestly you are justifying that is another important thing, and you need to be very honest while giving interview so that what exactly you're doing, and that's also comes into the job is interview cracking strategy as well. All right, so I have one more question that somebody is saying that I have 3 years of experience and I'm
Okay.
from a non-IT background. If I will switch, then whether I will be getting hike on that previous experience or not.
Okay, it's again, what do you say, a two-sided coin. Some companies they give a hike on your current role. Some
Mm-hmm.
companies they say you are switching into completely different domain, so we
Mm-hmm.
will take you as a fresher. There are two, there are both sides. There is a positive, there is a negative. If
Mm-hmm.
you really want a hike, you need to target those sort of companies which will give you a hike on your current compensation, but mostly not just in tech domain. If I
Mm-hmm.
am into tech, right now I'm in tech domain. If I
Mm-hmm.
move to some other domain, let's say I move to some, I don't know, maybe signal processing or something like that, a
Mm-hmm.
mechanical job or something like that, they will give me an entry level because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
experienced, right?
Mm-hmm.
So most of the times people would try to give you an entry level role only because
Mm-hmm.
you are switching domain and they have to train you again from the bottom up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything, there is a price for everything, so they'll have to train you. They will have to put you on projects that are at your level. So yeah, you would definitely be considered as fresher, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 3 years experience gap. I don't think that's a problem at all. You can definitely switch, and even if you join as a fresher, you will definitely get a good comp in software industry. That's there always.
So probably like how exactly we are performing in interview that is totally dependent. Like how exactly you are selling yourself will give you an idea that how much you are getting or cracking the packages. And I'm sure that if you're not from the relevant background, so people won't even consider that. It's you who will be justifying the work. Thank you so much, Revan, for giving this particular idea. And one more question I have is like, Revanth, I am 32 years old
Hmm.
and I have a huge background, but not in IT field.
Okay.
So can I still join? What he feels is that he is thinking about his age. So do you have any example, Revanth, in your colleague where you have seen the very senior people are coming in, or like, is there any age restrictions? By the way, this is what he wanted to ask.
Tech, I would say, is very age friendly. Like
Okay.
you, the conversation will be hard. As I said, they will not be impossible to convert. The conversation will definitely be hard. You will have to prove yourself why you are a good fit for that role. If you do that, I don't see a reason why people cannot get a switch into software engineering at age of 32. But again, be wary. You might get into the industry as a fresher. That's one disadvantage at many companies. After you cross a certain age, if you try to switch, you are considered as a fresher in that. So that's the only drawback I see with this. But
Mm-hmm.
switching to IT is definitely doable.
Understood.
If you are in some non-technical role like a project manager in a non-IT field, if you're a project manager and you're switching into IT as a project manager,
Mm-hmm.
the roles sort of overlap. If you're a
Mm-hmm.
developer, sorry, if
Mm-hmm.
you are trying to switch to a developer,
Mm-hmm.
then you might be considered as a fresher. If you are in sort of like a overlapping domain and you're trying to switch into IT field, then I wouldn't say you will consider as a fresher. You'll be considered an experienced only. But for that domain, not that much experience. Like we have like 10 years of experience in this. Maybe you might not be considered as a 10 years experience in that because it's like an apples to oranges comparison. You need to make apple to apple comparison. So yeah, you might be down leveled, but
Mm-hmm.
not extremely down leveled.
Understood. And do you have already have some colleagues who are overaged?
Sorry, I your voice
Have
broke.
you all like have you already in your whole experience have you ever interacted with any of the colleagues who you feel that it's like more than 30 years or 35 years? Are they still
Yeah,
working?
they are
Yeah.
there. They are. My
That's
managers, my past managers, their superiors. I think they are in their 40s or 45, right?
that's great. That's great. So anybody can switch it, guys. Even at the entry level, you will find the people at that having overage. But yeah, this is age friendly. Got it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So one question is from Shri. Could you tell us some tips how to manage to upskill yourself during job?
Okay, that's
How much?
actually pretty straightforward and easy question, if I may. Let's say you are you're working from where? I will take two things. One, you are in a job and you're working from home. Two, you
Mhm,
are in a job but you're not working from home. You're going to office daily. I'll
mhm,
say for both of these things. One, you are working from home. If you are working from home, there is no
mhm,
reason why you cannot take 2 hours in your from your daily life. 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening on weekdays. You get 5 days, and maybe Saturday, Sunday you might get holiday. Maybe if you are in non-IT, you might not get Saturday as a holiday, but still you get Sunday as a holiday. I'm not saying you need to study every single day for this, but it is definitely possible to take 2 to 3 hours on a normal weekday if you are working from home. That
mhm,
can be done. And on weekends, if you have the ability to study, you can take the whole weekend also.
mhm,
Let's say now we are going to office. We are going to office. If your and time, most of your time would be, I think, if you're in Bangalore or Chennai or Hyderabad or Pune, Mumbai or Delhi or anywhere, your
mhm,
time would be in travel. So use that travel time. I have seen friends who are working from office and use those travel times to prepare for interviews and to upskill themselves, and who cracked these interviews. So use that travel time very effectively. And then once you come back to your home, make
mhm,
what is it, a strict timetable. I literally mean that. Make a really strict timetable and follow that. Like in this time, I am going to study this for sure. Put your
mhm,
phone away for that 1 hour or 2 hours. No distractions, no notifications, no nothing. You can do that at that point of time. It is very easy to take 1 to 2 hours. If you are saying you are not getting time, that's a little bit of a counter argumentative because people
mhm,
always have time. They just are not willing to put that effort. You can definitely
mhm.
get the time out of it every day.
Understood. And the last but not least, kind of a very emotional question. So
Mhm.
let me ask, because I have it's my responsibility to put that question because it's elaborated in a very long way.
Okay.
Giridharan. I am also a mechanical engineer 2021. Okay. So passed out and I want to pay a lot of debts as the IT industry pays more. So I decided to move to IT. Now I'm preparing for a software tester role. Suggest me some ideas to crack interviews at high package initially.
Interesting. Okay. So 2021. Now it's 2021. So you are considered as a fresher right now. So I wouldn't say it is very hard for you to go into a tester role. All you need to do is learn a testing framework tool, something like Selenium, Cypress. I'm not sure about all the tools because I'm an engineer, backend engineer. But from what I know, there is selenium testing, and there's a performance testing. And
Exactly.
these guys are getting paid high. And you have something else called Cypress functional testing. There are
Mm-hmm.
different testing roles, and all of them are gonna get paid high. But since you explicitly specified with the word high package, I would say aim for startups, because there you do get high package, but you will get a little bit of a hit on your work life balance. If you
Mm-hmm.
are fine with that, if you are really fine with getting a hit on your work life balance for that high package initially, like straight right away, I would say highly join a startup. But not just for the package, I would say for the learning curve also. If you join a startup, like if you work at it for 1 year and if you try to switch, you'll be much more skilled, because you do everything from scratch in startups. We don't do everything from scratch. There is already something done and we improve upon it. So if you go and join a startup, you get a lot of learning chance over there. Not just the high package. There are two things, and only the disadvantage is some startups you might get a hit on your work-life balance. You might not get much time for yourself, etc., etc. But it is doable. Learn technologies or frameworks like Cypress or automation suites or functional testing, performance testing, or Selenium. Learn this stuff and try to build a couple of portfolio projects, as I said, and then
Mm-hmm.
showcase it to recruiters. It doesn't matter. You will get hired if you do well in these interviews. All it depends upon is your soft skills. How well are you able to communicate to the recruiter that you are fine with that role?
Mm-hmm. Understood. Thank you so much. It was very satisfying answer. Got a pretty much clarity. All right. And the last question is like, if I'm doing a job or if I'm a student and I am pursuing a course, let's suppose I took some course because everybody needs that mentoring, right? So while doing job or while studying, if I'm doing one course and to get that job, so is it possible to learn one, two tools or one, two programming language and start doing freelancing and start making money out of it?
Definitely, I would definitely say yes. But the only warning that I would give you is there are so many people freelancing right now. So
Mm-hmm.
your portfolio should be extremely great. If you want
Mm-hmm.
to attract clients, there are Facebook groups that you can post on. There is Upwork. Upwork is your normal freelancing website, and LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is also an amazing place to generate leads if you are a freelancer. Put
Mm-hmm.
your portfolio out, reach out to proper people. I think you can. That is very much doable. If you are a student, if you have that proper skill set, all you
Mm-hmm.
need is that networking. You need to network with the right people, and then the projects start flowing in, the money starts flowing in. But that key thing is your networking. No matter how skilled you are, if you're not able to network, you're not going to get any clients. That's sure.
All right, all right. So, like, I wanted to just add one thing, Revant. Would you just correct me if I'm wrong? I have seen some hustlers
Mhm.
who are not able to pay their courses fee, which they are trying to upskill. So they learn it they pursue it they manage it for first 1 or 2, 3 months, but they rigorously start finding clients and get some freelancing things done, and they start paying their fees, and this freelancing at the end, their networks grow so well that at the end they end up with having a nice full-time job. So I have seen freelancers are getting self independent from day one. They are literally don't need anybody to get up. I have seen that confidence in the freelancer that I don't need your placement services. I can do it by myself. They have certain networks. I have that thing. Is it correct?
I would say yes and no. If you are a person with good soft skills, with good
Mm-hmm.
people skills, then definitely you can go that path. But if you are
Mm-hmm.
a person who cannot, I wouldn't say cannot, who has trouble talking to people with your needs and
Mm-hmm.
necessities, then it will become a tough road. I wouldn't say impossible, because you can learn stuff, but it would be a rough road if you want to go that route. But it can
Mm-hmm.
be doable, but a little bit tricky and hard if you do that.
So soft skill is also very much important. It's not a avoidable thing. So Revant,
Yes.
just one thing out of curiosity, I wanted to ask: have like in my class, I have seen generally I have observed, and throughout my whole life, the most
Mhm.
talented person uh, generally speaks less and maybe bad at good communication. I have observed in my whole class or something. So in your case also, have you observed or have you seen any practical example where you felt that this guy is more talented than me but
Mhm.
is bad at communication, that's why he's sitting at some mediocre packages? Have you seen any sort of an example in your whole career?
Yeah, definitely. I would say a couple of my close friends are like that only. They are definitely talented, but the problem is they have trouble reaching out to people. Even though no matter how many times I push them, no matter how many times I try to put
Mm-hmm.
confidence in them, they take a back step. If
Mm-hmm.
only they are able to take that forward step, they would be in a much. They want that better
Mm-hmm.
job. They keep telling that they need to switch job, but they're
Mm-hmm.
really don't put that one single thing because they lack confidence or they lack
Mm-hmm.
that soft skills or they don't know how to talk to people. It comes
Mm-hmm.
with practice. You talk to 3 or 4 people, it automatically comes to you. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like Rome isn't built in one day, right? So it comes with practice for sure. But yeah, I did see so many examples like that. A couple of them are my close friends only.
All right. Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, guys, so tools, programming language, it's important, but don't avoid these things that is communication skills. It's also very important. If you're not able to explain what you are doing, then how you will justify your worth? It's also important to communicate properly. All right. Thank you so much. So this was all about the Q&A, which I got all the interesting questions. Thank you so much for answering all these interesting questions. I hope you guys have enjoyed and you guys have got the better answers. And for sure, I know you guys are waiting for the contest result, but still, our guest is also running out of the time. But yes, I hope I have took all the questions, and so I just want that if you guys have any more questions, you can ask, or else, Revanth, if you wanted to just say any last thing to the audience before going, so that we get some motivations.
Okay. If you are a person who really want to get into the software industry or the tech industry and you are on square one, I would say just start working on it. Don't think twice. Don't be underconfident. If
Mm-hmm.
you have the right skill set, people are going to love you. They will love to hire you. It
Mm-hmm.
really does not matter. It does not matter which stream you are from. Doesn't matter which college you are from.
Mm-hmm.
None of those matter. With the right
Mm-hmm.
amount of preparation, consistency, and skill sets and projects, that is important. The last thing is important because you're
Mm-hmm.
switching from a non-IT thing to IT. The projects part
Mm-hmm.
is important, and networking well on websites like LinkedIn, Twitter. These will land you to your dream roles in a very, very, very nutshell. I am one of your live example. So don't think twice. Just start working on your thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Revant. It was an amazing session with you. And guys, I am attaching the LinkedIn link of Revant. I'm sure that you must have a lot of questions still pending. You can DM him. Whenever he'll be available, he will help you out. Thank you so much, Revant, for giving your time over here. We'll
Thank
see
you,
you
Ramesh.
again in the next webinar. This is the link in the chat section. You guys can say bye to Revant and we will move on to the webinars.
Bye, folks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So we had an amazing session now with Revant, and we enjoyed. We had a lot of questions. Now it's time to announce the winner who is going to win this particular course, that premium course, that too for free. I still can see a lot of questions coming in. That is Pratiksha, sir, my qualification is completed. Enter now. I can do my work. So I can understand that she's trying to say that she has just completed intermediate. So I would request you at least do complete graduation, because see, graduation is at least a eligibility criteria for any interviews. Although nobody looks at the degree, but still it is at least a criteria to go for interview. But if you want to do freelancing, start learning the programming languages. As Ravanta said, you can start making money out of it. Not a big deal. So guys, the link is in the chat section. Whoever have joined right now or have joined later, let me remind you once again that in this particular webinar, the contest just started 55 minutes before. In this particular contest, whoever will be participating just now in 5 minutes in front of you, whoever will participate in this contest, the link is into the chat section. Go register. I'll share the screen and I'll choose one lucky winner who will be winning the premium course of Coding Invaders, which is IT profession from scratch to employment, that too for free. And what exactly this program do? These programs actually help you to choose the right professions with the proper career guidance and promises job guarantee with a proper agreement. So I'll just give you a few more seconds. I'll just check my sheet that are the people are filling it. So I'll just give you few minutes, guys, and give me a thumbs up once you are done, so that I can just share my screen and give you some more idea about the courses and then tell you the winner. All right, so just give me a thumbs up, guys. I'll just give you a breather so that everybody gets time. The forms is filling faster. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We are going to announce the winner now. So hurry up, guys. Well, invite your friends, everybody, and I'll be sharing it faster. All right. All right. All right. Perfect, perfect. So I can see the still numbers are increasing. So guys, just give me a thumbs up if you are done. Done, 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 done. Okay, okay. Thumbs up. Mahesh, thumbs up. Nancy, done. All right, all right. First of all, guys, give me some motivation by telling that how exactly this webinar is, and did you got your doubts clear? How exactly you felt, so that I can also get motivation and start bringing some amazing guests like Revanth, who have achieved so much in their life but is still being very humble and helping everybody's and giving a time to us. So that's a kind of a very good thing that the people like Revanth is doing. So we should definitely bring a guest like Revanth again and again. So do you have like any feedback for me, how exactly the session was, anything for me? So you can. All right, thank you, Sudhanshu. The webinar was awesome. All right, we will bring more and more. We got more and more information. Venu Yadav, Sudhanshu Shekhar, I enjoyed so much in this particular webinar. Thank you so much. Venu Yadav, thanks for the webinar. Rohit, yeah, done. Great job. Thank you so much, Venu. Sorry, Rohit. Okay. All right. I can easily understand the tone coming out of your line. Nicely explained. Great and helpful. Devushri. Thank you, guys. I hope that everybody have already participated. Now let's move on and continue and tell you what exactly about this particular course. Now, in just after 3 minutes, I'm going to announce the winner. Now, the few things about this particular course which you guys going to win. All right. Yes, Ajit, you will win for sure. Hope for the best. All right. So in this particular IT profession, what we did, see what we how we made this particular program. So we were having, there's a lot of programs in the companies in the different ethics, that data analytics, full stack. People are getting confused now, because I have been observing, because since 5 years I'm working as a career consultant, and I have interacted with a lot of people, and people are more confused that, okay, my friend is doing this data analytics, okay, I will also do, I'll also get 25 lakh package. Revanth is doing is a software developer, he's earning big, so I will also become a software. It's not like that. You can make more money if you will understand which one is the right profession for you. So how beautifully Revanth explained that which IT profession, how IT profession works. So he showed the whole cycle where all six high demand professions are equally important. Now the real game is to understand which one is good for you. So now, till now in India, what was happening is everybody was just getting fascinated or attracted with others' packages and their professions, and they just used to buy the lakh rupees courses. And after a month, they realized that this is not their cup of tea, and they end up having a huge loan on their head, and the huge loss, which they are literally not interested in, and they are getting demotivated and taking unnecessary burden. So how we have solved this problem? So we have created that particular program, which is IT profession from scratch to employment. What we do in this particular course, we the whole tenure is 9.5 months. How we have divided, let me tell you. We have created 6 week, okay, and all 6 week are divided into six pattern, like 6 week, which means 1 week for one profession, second week for second profession, that is front end, back end, mobile development, project development. Every profession will take one week, because it's very logical and practical that if somebody will ask me, you know, Amir, why we should not do mechanical engineering? I can say that why you should not do mechanical engineering, because I have done that, right? If someone will say that you should not do mechanical engineer, if he is not a mechanical engineer, then that's not making sense. You can definitely ask to that person that should I do it or not, who have already done it. So it's better to analyze by yourself, because everybody trusts themselves, right? So we have created 6 weeks, six profession. Go try all the profession, so that there's nothing doubt left in your heart that I didn't try this. Try all the profession, and then in out of six you will realize that, okay, this one is working for me, this one I'm liking, this is my cup of tea. And that's how you will get to understand that, yes, I can put efforts over here. I can put efforts in terms of my, hard work and the money and the time. So this is very important to understand which is your cup of tea, which is your choice, which is working for you, which what exactly you like. Because once you will understand, then you will get an idea that yes, you will be self motivated enough to do it. And that's why we made the first 6 week very much important. So in this 6 week, we'll get a clarity. And to help you in getting the clarity, we will assign a career counselor also from our end. so that if you are spending 1 week, one week every different profession, the career counselor will be continuously giving you a feedback so that you can have a reality check in front of you that okay, this thing is working, this thing is not working, this is my mindset, this is my ability, and this is my capacity, and I guess that's now. Once you'll get the clarity, then choose that one profession and continue for next 8 months with us and get a guaranteed job, because we give that job guarantee agreement before you enroll, which is the most safest and the smartest decision. And the famous line, पहले विश्वास करें, पहले what we say, पहले इस्तेमाल करें फिर विश्वास करें, sorry. So these are the things that we have to prove, and it's very much important to try all the things and get the clarity in your head and then do it. All right, so that's why we have made it, and this is what is not there in the Indian market as of now, and this is actually giving us a good results right now. Moving ahead, that's what I just said, explained you what you like, where you are good at, and what is in demand. We will collect all these things and we will figure out the common one, and that's how you will win the game. So in that whole profession, what you will learn, how you will learn, we continuously take assessment, we will continuously, the one-on-one mentors will be there who will be continuously helping you to understand why these professional mentors are always at your head, because you guys are from a non-IT background, or even if you're from IT from different domain, you definitely need mentoring and a guidance at every single step, whether it's the toughest or the serious questions. And this continuous assessment will help you to get an idea that where I'm standing right now and how you can move ahead. We will be continuously taking personality test as well to understand your forte. We will continuously give you feedback, recommendation, career consultant, so that your every single minute and hard work doesn't go on vain. You should get it. And yes, this is a simple solution that try all of these things and get the solution. That's all. And once you will understand that, okay, this is my profession, then continue doing it, master that tools, skill set, and do assignments and get a perfect portfolio along with the projects so that you can justify your worth and tell them that, yes, you are eligible for high paying jobs and people can pay you well. And it is possible, because do you remember when I was talking to Revanth, when I was showcasing the packages, he was laughing on me because the packages that I written was very, very low. It was a rarest case. And nowadays, the people are getting maximum with decent knowledge, right? So you can become one. So I have written the worst case scenario. And for sure, nobody is here in the worst case scenario. Everybody will definitely work hard and get the things done. All right. Fine then. So that's how things works. What exactly how we have made the course format. The course format is very, very much simple and industry updated. That is program, tools, and skill are make your job ready. 80% practice is involved. Because why practice is involved? Let me tell you one thing. If I will not study in a practical way, when I'll be giving interview, I will not sound like a practical person. I will just sound like a kind of a parrot who's just giving us theoretical knowledge. But if I will do a project, I will, while talking to interviewer, I will get to understand what his expectation is, and in that expectation, I will pitch my whole work so that he can find solutions in my project, and that's how he or she will start liking me and understand that okay, I'm worth it for this. So project is very much important, and once you will explain your project, they will get an understanding that okay, he has done something and he knows what exactly is the real game in the real industry. So project based learning is very much important. All right. If this should not be the case, then there is a lot of library should not be a vacant. So project based learning is very much important. That's why people keep on doing different hackathons, multiple things, so that they should be on the top of the game. All right. And for sure, to make you this possible, we have one-on-one mentoring available. You can have some screenshot that the best thing what we have done is we do have hired the personal mentor. So even if you are busy in your office, you are coming back, you can just do one-on-one video calls unlimited. You can see, and there's a group webinars also happen so that you can get to see that a person like you 2 years back, how he was, and now how exactly he's doing well in his life. You can relate and understand. So group webinars, interaction with industrial experts, all these things will happen to make you top of the game. And for sure, why we guarantee the placement, it's very simple. So it's like there's a lot of vacancies are going on. Even if you will search on a Google, you'll find the millions of jobs. But this is not only the case that you will get a guaranteed job. We have that career service team who's specialized working and shortlisting the best possible job vacancies which matches your CV, that we will work upon, and we will keep on scheduling interviews for you till the time you get placed. And the simple logic, if I'll say, if I'll schedule 10 interviews for you, in the worst case, you will at least crack one. So you just need to put effort in learning and practicing. Rest is up to us. We have the teams and the things available that will be helping you to get the things done on time. It's only you who have to work hard for yourself to keep yourself motivated enough. And yes, trust me, it needs only 1.5 hours on a daily basis, and you can win this game. Trust me, in India, more than 2 hours, people are spending time on Instagram, which is worthless. You can spend at least 1.5 hours of time on a daily basis, and it does just need a normal laptop. Lay down on the bed and start doing that. You'll get the things done. All right. The most important thing which I'm going to tell you right now, why CV optimization is important thing. Why CV is important. I'll tell you one thing. Revanth is working into Atlassian and some other companies. If you will go to like Google, we are thinking about the Google, Microsoft, and everything. Big companies, they get thousands and lakhs of CV on a daily basis. Do you think that any person can shortlist one by one? No. The companies have now started using ATS, applicant tracking system. In that ATS, what happens is the exact job description they have. Let's suppose they're looking for somebody who's good at Python, Java, or something. Those ATS software actually helps you to find that keyword in the CV, and you will get a call once if suppose those keywords are there in your CV. So it's not only a game of only putting the keywords in the CV. It's like learning the latest trend in the market, what exactly we have to learn, and if that thing will be there in your CV, you will for sure start getting a calls and getting shortlisted. So it's very much important. And if you are from non-IT, if you have not experienced, if you have interacted less, if you are the person who came here first, for sure you don't have any idea how to do it. We will help you to solve this particular problem as well. And yes, as Revan said, we have added 10 projects in the portfolios and multiple things, because as like you can see that the project he mentioned too many times. So it's very much important. Nowadays people are not looking so much into the degrees, but they're looking at the skills. But also want to say that the graduation is just a kind of excuse to get an eligibility, but people are more interested into the skills. Multiple mock interviews and take assessment will be doing. Multiple mock interview will help you to make you confident in the real interview, and that's very much important. All right. And multiple job applications will be doing so that you can get a job. Hiring partners are already there, things are already done. It's just that you have to study, you have to just give 1.5 hours, and things will be in your favor. All right. Yeah, let me show you some example. People generally start with a goal of 5 to 7 lakh. This 5 to 7 lakh I have written in the worst case scenario. A guest speaker say that people are starting at 8 and 10 lakh. And after just 1 or 2 years, you will be crossing 15 lakhs. And do you remember I asked one question to Revanth, our guest speaker, that after 2.5 years, can I touch 20, 25 lakh? He just proudly agreed by saying that if yes, you will do upskilling in a right manner, you will definitely get it. Things are happening, that's why he's agreeing. Otherwise he could definitely deny. So things are possible. If you are putting your efforts on the right place at the right time, you can win the game. All right, now it's time to announce the winner. I'm sure everybody was worried that who is the winner now. Let's do it, guys. Let's go. I'll just tell you the winner right now. So guys, whoever have joined right now, I'll just give you 1 minute. The link is into the chat section. It's time to announce the winner now. So I'll just give you time. I'll just see my sheet. I can see that people are still participating. All right. So go, hurry up, because in this particular contest, we are giving this premium course for free. All right. So hurry up. I'll just give you 1 minute, guys, and then we will move on to this particular winner, and I'll the choosing the winner in front of you. All right. I'll just give you 1 minute, guys. Meanwhile, I'll just check my WhatsApp. I've got some amazing updates. Let me check. All right. So meanwhile, you guys are interacting, I want to tell you some more thing. There is one person who will win this course, but what about others who will not win this course? They will get a certificate of participation, and all the people who will not win, they will get direct 45,000 rupees off in the course of IT profession from scratch to an employment. And trust me, it is only for the people who are in this particular webinar till the end. All right. Are you guys done? Give me a thumbs up. Are you guys done? If you're done, Just tell me so that I can announce the winner right now. Contest result now. So just give me a thumbs up, guys. Quick, 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 quick. I can see the numbers are increasing. Somebody's asking how I'll get a certificate through mail for sure. Okay. The link is into the chat section, guys. Go, continue. The numbers are still increasing. I don't want to lose anybody. So go, guys. Invite your friends, bring them back, participate in the contest. All right. I'm going to share my screen now. Are you guys ready? Okay. I'm going to share my screen now. Oh my god. Sharing my screen. I hope you can see it. So this website I used to choose the random number. All right. So these are the sheet I have. This much people have participated and some duplicates I have removed already. The number is increasing. So let's wait more, and then we will choose the winner because the numbers are increasing. So I just don't want that people should get upset. Sometimes what happens is people joins at the end wins the game. So everybody should get their luck done, right? All right. So just a second, the numbers are increasing. 78 is the final one. So let me write over here 78. All right. Is there any other further increment? 78. Let me refresh once again. 78 is final. I'm locking it. Let's see who is the winner. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Number 19 is the winner of our premium course of IT profession from scratch to employment, which promises job guarantee. Number 19. Let's see who is number 19. Who is the lucky one? Let's go. Number 19, Kirti O. Kirti 123 at the rate gmail.com is the winner of our contest. You are the winner for our premium course that is promising the job guarantee. That is IT profession from scratch to employment. Kirti, if you are here, a big congratulations to you. You will be getting a call from our counselors and we will be enrolling you in our job guarantee badge right today itself. If you are here, just give us that hi to us so that we can get an idea that you are here. So Kirti O is a winner. All right. Congratulations, Kirti. Now, what about others who have not won? So you all will get a certificate of participation. You still have a ticket to get into job guarantee batch, and you all will be availing 45,000 rupees of discount on our courses. You guys can reach out to our counselor. The link is into the chat section. Go reach out to us, all of you. If you want, you all be getting a call from a counselors and they will be helping you to understand what exactly you need to choose and what you need to pursue. All right, the link is into the chat section. I hope everybody have already got it. Everybody will receive a counseling call as well, the free counseling call as well. You can ask as many questions as you want and you will get the doubt clear. All right. And yes, I know if anybody of you who is interested in interacting with me, if you want to talk separately with me, if you wanted to discuss with me the exact thing, and if you want some solution from me, because I have already helped more than 200 plus people, here's my LinkedIn link. You can just send me the request, DM me. I will be happy to help you all. All right. I hope you guys have enjoyed this particular session. Very good evening. See you on the next webinar. Take care.